Greetings, everyone. Here we are, back again, on one of our videos, mostly about life and a way to live in a world that isn't so fair sometimes to people like us, the ones who care, the ones who are loving and kind and peaceful deep inside, but who have learned throughout the ages that we had to stand up for ourselves and to fight and struggle, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally, sometimes with words and values. And that, I think, is the shame of the world. I don't see a problem with a person coming into the world and learning how to overcome things and to become strong. The major problem is that some people go overboard. And what happens is what I would call the bully phenomenon. You must have all had to deal with something like that during your lifetimes. When you're growing up, you're having fun, you're playing around with all your friends, and then some person comes along who has a lot of issues, a bigger person or a stronger person or just a mean person, and starts bullying people, pushing them around, trying to take control and ruining your whole day. And sometimes this can happen not only on a school ground, but your whole neighborhood or community can be ruined by one horrible person or a gang or a group of people who all cling together and who all push themselves on everyone else trying to take power. These violent people depend on fear and anger, and they gather self-esteem by their cruelty, not by any type of achievement that will uplift the human race or make the world a better place. And this is a very sad thing, especially since this bully phenomenon seems to expand more and more as time goes on. It hasn't diminished. And now we see professionals. We see people in leadership positions who are just plain bullies, pushing people down, stepping on people, standing on their necks all the time. And it's not in order to get work done or to promote some better way of living. It's just to prove to themselves that they are better than others, to become violent either by word or deed, because you see violent words and ideas are just as bad as violent actions sometimes. Since we are living in this world, I think two things we need to learn to do are: number one, defend ourselves from such bullies. How can we do this? One way is physically, by learning some type of self-defense, maybe Aikido or karate or some type of self-defense so we can take care of ourselves physically, working out, getting strong, building a sense of security in ourselves so we are not shaken or fearful, because such people tend to feed on fear, to sense fear, so that they can take advantage of it. And the other way is strengthening oneself on the inside, learning to use one's strength and one's power to uplift and protect those who have less energy and less power instead of taking advantage of them. This involves becoming a better person. It involves having character and developing character. It involves developing the type of habits that bring forth life instead of death. It involves becoming a warrior of compassion, one who uses the tool of love and compassion not only to protect oneself and one's family, but also heal the world. That is what we are all being called to be today. This includes not only fighting against those outside, but those forces inside that would push us to become hateful bullies. I'm not exactly sure what happens to us after we die. I have an idea, but yes, I am sure, but I'm not going to push my surety and certainty onto any of you. But I know this. If one had been in this world all of their life, pushing down people, stepping on people, bullying people, hurting people, or had been party to it because they were scared to stand up for the truth and the light, there will be repercussions. And this repercussion will not come from some outside source standing there and judging us. It will come from that source within us that is right here in this journey with us. It will be the one that can say why we did what we did and what we need to do to make amends for it. As the Universalists used to say, the more conservative ones, we all get the heaven that we deserve. A question for all of us to ask as we look into our hearts and we think about all of the actions we've carried out and what we've done is, what type of heaven do we really deserve? You see, if what the restorationists say really happens, I think that that is the only fair way for things to happen in this universe and in a balanced way. We attain the heaven that we deserve. Very interesting concept, isn't it? And so let us begin to lift up our minds and our hearts right now. We can enter into this blissful heaven through meditation, contemplation, and daring to see and notice all of the beauty around us, and noticing that beauty is in actuality in the eye of the beholder. And when we get far enough into pushing away the bullies and the haters and the fearful people, we will find that we are that beauty that we perceive. As we enter into this beauty, we reflect this beauty, and that beauty is nothing more than seeing God on the physical realm. And in a human being, it is exuding that. That is our task. Because all that is peeling away the veil and allowing people to see who we have been from the beginning and who we are under the pain and the suffering and the armor we had to put on in order to stand up against the bullies. When we allow our lights to shine, we burn away the darkness. We become the sword of love and the sword of truth. And how we wield that love and truth can be a deadly weapon, or it can be one that heals ourselves in the world. And I would suggest that all of us, as warriors of compassion, work to heal the world and make it beautiful for every living being. Thanks again for being with us. Visit our website, and soon we will have a published book up on our website that you can get for a donation of $5 or more. That will give you all of the philosophy and learning that we have learned here at Diana Sarah Holistic Health. The type of teaching and learning that will help to set you and this world free. Namaste, everyone.